Hey Sagittarius, welcome to Germinate Tarot. We're going to do the last bit of May into June. Can't believe we're already like halfway through the year here. So last bit of May 28th to around June 4th. Get the week's energy. I'm going to start out with Gypsy Witch. Come on, Sagittarius. What are we feeling this week? Ooh, a nice little breeze kicked up. I'm hiding in the barn, by the way. So you might hear some road noise and some birds. Okay, hanging out in the barn. Sagittarius. Just the right amount of breeze. Last week, part of May into June. And here we go. All right, Sagittarius, there is some defensiveness kicking up here with the swords, birds, and the fox. Underlying energy is the ship. Overarching vibe is the tree. So there's a defensiveness, and I think taking stock of what's going on. And then there's the tweeting of the birds. It's kind of a non-committal energy, but it's like there's so much stuff going on around that maybe it's hard to focus. And then the fox is you're not going to be jumping into anything. It's a watching, a waiting, deciding on your choices, despite this fluttering energy around you where it feels very fluxy, because there is a longing to get to something. There's a desire to get to a better place, I think, mentally, because the tree can symbolize health, but there is a desire for the stability of not buying into this, not being taken in to this kind of melee is what's coming around, because there is so much going on that it's like you need to stay grounded and in yourself here. So what are the swords about? I think I'm going to have to draw. They literally are like, no, I just told you the story. What else do you need from me? The woman. So this is just a person. They have a male, female in this deck, but when you get a person card, this signifies whoever you're doing the reading about. So this is Sagittarius with the defensiveness. What are they defensive about? So the lightning. The lightning's like boom, and people are rushing in with messages. And then there's the ring, which I'm actually going to take this more as the cycle as opposed to a relationship or an offer of a relationship. If it is, it does kind of throw you off guard a little bit, kind of, maybe this is why you're guarded, is people are just up in it and they keep rushing in and with new information. And then they want this, and it's like, it feels like a vicious cycle. Maybe vicious is too strong, but it's like you want to put an end to that. So what is this bird energy going on? The fire. Yeah, so this to me feels like everything's a priority. Everything is an issue. Everything. No, you're cutting it out. Everything's on fire. Everything is like, everything is top of the to-do list, but no, Sag. Because then here's the garden. You get to come out. It's, I just got the image of like a prairie dog, like putting its head up, like, how about now? Is it safe? Can I come out? And it will be. And there's stuff. It's social things. It's kind of like an emergence. I get the feeling. I want more on the garden, the clouds. But there's still, with the fox, it's the watching and waiting part, and you're not quite sure how this is going to come about, but you have the faith that you'll get there. The road, who knows at this point, but you're not taking uncalculated risks. Yeah, so here's the tree. So this is my before and after. There's a big definitive change, and the key is on the bottom of the deck too. So this is the key. So once you get to say like, no, this is changing. This is the blooming. This is the blossoming. What's in a garden? Flowers. And I pointed this out in a different reading. When it comes to roses, you have to cut them back hard, almost to the point where you don't think they're going to grow anymore because you've trimmed them so much. How can they grow? They do. They're hardy. They're strong. This also speaks to kind of like a rugged health, like, not going down without not a fight, but you're not going to let the weather and, everything else around you affect you, because you will bloom, you will blossom. But there is some kind of change and some crap that needs to be cut out to make that possible. You're not sure how that's going to happen, but with the fox, you're waiting and watching. I want to see what happens after the rose. Okay. So is this someone else you're dealing with that's being a bear, that is kind of, I don't want to say standing in opposition, but resistance. There's a resistance to it, and then there's the letter, which is the communication of it. It's more like a solid, like someone saying like, meh. Here is the other person in the deck. So it's a male, but it could just be a general person. So I feel like it's not the mountain, but someone's being a grump, and they're letting you know they're grumpy pants. And it's kind of like, oh my gosh, like, just come with me. You'll see this will be good. Just believe me. Trust me. This will be good. We will get there. It just might feel like, it's a slow boat. The strength. Okay, we're moving on to Sacred Rose Tarot to get kind of like the emotional vibes on this. Strength, 3 of Wands, ships coming in. Sacred Rose, it's a guy holding 3 wands, and he's like, I don't have enough hands for these wands. Would you mind holding one? And holding that wand is like the Ace of Wands, because you get to start. That's too many. Just the right amount. Queen of Swords, the World. Yeah, so the World it's the ending. It's the stop point. It's the coffin. But I don't get, like bad coffin energy if anyone's worried about that. The Queen of Swords, though, is decisive. She's emotional, but she's also not letting that run the show. Anyone who's kind of like, wow, she's kind of being a little hysterical. No, she's got grips on it. She's good. Then you have the World, which is that flip point, which is the turning it around and kind of starting over. Page of Wands. Yeah, remember how I said this guy's going to give you a wand? Well, yeah, you have it. Here's the wand. Dude has given you the wand. It's time to go with it. So this is also messages coming in. This is the action of it. There will be a beginning. It'll feel small. 9 of Pentacles. You will be doing it alone. There is an independence, but a confident independence. This is like, I have grown this garden. Remember this garden back here? I've waited for these roses to bloom. I'm cool. Like, I almost feel like you need to watch out for the people who gave you crap about it before, because then they're going to come around and be like, hey, wow, that's amazing. I can't believe you did that. And you're like, I know. I know. Because it feels like there's a lot of chitter chatter, but you need to be strong in this. There's a confidence that comes with it. With the Hierophant, yeah, this is the commitment. This is, you know, it's a marriage card, but it's, with the Three of Swords at the bottom, I wanted to point that out. There will be a level of like, not heartbreak, but just kind of like a beaten down kind of feeling, like I keep doing this. No, you can, because you have the strength, you have the Three of Wands, you have the turning point. There it is. So yeah, your garden's going to grow, baby. And you get the Hierophant, which is boss. Like he's sitting there with the star behind him. Like, I got what you want. You're getting it. But it needs to be done, I think, on an independent level. Like, you can't look to anyone else to make this work out. So I think these are more advice cards that popped out. Nine of Cups, Page of Cups. Remember how I said, you got the star, you get what you want. The Nine of Cups is literally like your wish card. Getting what you want. With another page, which means it's young, but it's an offer. So you need to keep going in that energy. You know, don't Three of Swords it. Don't feel like, wow, woe is me. You're beyond woe is me. Even if you're not sure which way to go, just keep moving. You know, be a shark. Sharks keep swimming. So here we go with the Art of Life Tarot, just to get a little bit more confirmation. Page of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. So that's almost all the suits represented in a page level. I feel like this is a continuation of the Sacred Rose, the Art of Life, because you have the action behind it. Three of Swords again. Okay. We'll come back and we'll throw a clarifier on it. The Emperor. Another boss. Boss. But just watch the ego. And here's the Eight of Swords. It's that tethered point. It's like you don't know which way to go. So maybe you just need to go. Because here's the ship. You had the ship down here. And you're longing for it. Here's a ship in the Eight of Swords. So the imagery is lining up. And the feeling of being kind of like closed off. But you have the Ten of Pentacles. You have everything you need. You have this ability. It's almost like you're waiting for the ship to leave the dock. Three of Cups, Three of Swords. So there is kind of 3 on 3. Hello. You're about to embark. About to. Okay, I'm just pointing this out. Page of Swords, King of Swords, the Magician, and Five of Swords. So I don't know how more swordsy you can get here. Page of Swords is, I think, it can be spying. It can be watching. The King of Swords is, you know, a little cold, but they want to manifest everything. But the Five of Swords is like they're still stuck. There's still a stuckness to it. Like, you're just like, I don't see any way out of this right now. But you have the Magician. I feel like that was more advicey. So, Emperor, thank you. The Fool. Yes, here's the beginning. Once you get over that feeling, and I feel like it's coming, and I feel like it might be in the form of some communication, you have the Star. Yeah. So you do get to where you want to go. And see, Four of Pentacles is on the bottom. That's the holding on card. There's a need to let go. Live and let go. I just feel like I need to say live and let go. Five of Pentacles, Two of Wands. You're making the decision for the stuckness, for the feeling of like, feeling like you can't move. But this is a conscious decision. Like, if you stay in this like Three of Swords, Five of Pentacles, you know, you got the Fox. You're too smart for that. You know, Five of Swords, like, get beyond that. I think the turning point is this week. There's a direction and a rhythm that's being struck. So you can't let anyone else dictate to you. You know, you know where the ship is going. So chart your course, baby. Because you can see it, even if other people can't. You know what you want. It's time to get there, even if it's in a page, which is a younger energy. You have everything you need. So we're going to do crystal deck just to get some advice and see. Let's find out here. With a cut. I'm just going to draw these because it's so humid. I want one more. All right. Diamond. You know, I got that Rihanna song that shine bright like a diamond. So sorry for missing. So we have diamond, absorbing, abundance, purifying. Sugilite, which is initiating, cleansing, spontaneous. Petalite, angelic, uplifting, and harmony. And magnesite is catalyst, resistant, and peace. Okay, diamond is get ready for a change. The light will soon illuminate your way forward. Are you ready to make the necessary changes to embrace the new? All right. Sugilite is decluttering your mind and environment from all that is unnecessary and negative. How can you invite openness and growth into your life? Okie dokie. Petalite signifies psychic or spiritual work, and you need to be open to spiritual and angelic messages. So if you keep seeing 11:11 on a clock, or a song keeps coming on, or it's like people talk about the same thing randomly over the course of like a couple days, you're like, I never heard that topic talked about. Like, pay attention to that stuff. The weird things that start lining up, like, open up to that. So it's a need to look carefully at your motivations for magnesite. Are you standing strongly in your own space, and are you allowing yourself to be affected and influenced by the problems of others? Okay, Sagittarius. I am getting a lot of, like, for most of the signs, it's basically a watch and wait kind of week. But I think this is the groundwork. When everything feels kind of stagnant, this is the you time that the universe is lining up for when the wheel turns. You know, get ready for takeoff. Buckle your seatbelt, baby. I feel like it's going to be a bumpy ride coming up. All right, Sagittarius. I'll be talking to you next week. Until then, be well.